What's up guys, Spin Firearms here, and just wanted to say a lot of people complain that I put out videos on older firearms. The reason I do that is there's a lot of forgotten options out there that are unbelievable, they're great, and you rarely ever hear anybody talk about them. On top of that, you can find them for amazing deals, and that is another plus. One man's trash is another man's treasure. A lot of these firearms just run like crazy, right? And another thing I want to say is my kids are upstairs with their grandpa and mom having Sunday, so it's a little loud up there, so just drown it out, right? Today we're going to be talking about a Beretta I tried getting months ago, but the deal fell through. I was actually getting it in 40 Smith & Wesson. I was going to see if I could possibly convert it to 357 SIG, but the deal went through. And I was actually buying it for a little over $600. Well, this pickup, I walked out of the door, $434.09. 2 mags, and we're going to get into it. This thing is an absolute beast. But before we get started, hit the like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe. This firearm is not really old. It's just discontinued, right? Let's get into it. Absolutely beautiful. Now, my buddy Daniel Haig let me try out his PX4 Storm carry, and I fell in love with it. These handguns are built like tanks. They are beasts. And now I'm pretty sure that I saw an article about these specific Berettas, maybe not the subcompact, but the full size of the compact version of the PX4 Storm, running 100,000 plus rounds without issues. Something crazy like that. I forgot where I heard that or where I saw that. Maybe I'll look it up after I do this video and get back to you guys on it. But once again, my buddy Daniel Haig happened to be in this like hole-in-the-wall gun store just randomly. It's small. You wouldn't even notice it if you drove by. It was actually sort of hard to even find on Google. So it was really interesting that he found the place, and it honestly was a gem of a place. The used firearms they had were unbelievable. The regular firearms they had were also unbelievable. Absolutely solid place to go. So I picked up the Beretta PX4 Storm, but this is the subcompact. Notice that barrel length. It's about a 3.1 inch barrel. This thing, weight-wise, actually isn't as heavy as it looks like. It looks like it's heavy, but it's not. Now, I obviously haven't shot it yet, but I did shoot the PX4 Storm carry, and guys, this is right up my alley. The carry is unreal, but for me, I like smaller handguns, more concealable, a little bit lighter. This is the answer right here. Let's check it out. 13 plus 1 capacity, right? Cleared, and oh my goodness. Listen to that. It racks like butter. Obviously, it's a two-tone with the stainless barrel. Looks absolutely solid, right? 2 13-round mags. So this small, little, tiny setup is 13 plus 1 of 9mm. 14 rounds in this small, single-action, double-action, hammer-fired handgun. Made by Beretta, made to last, made to be a tank, right? And then this base plate right here sticks out a little more, sort of like the HKs and some Glocks, where you just wrap your fingers like that, and it sort of locks them in there, right? Not really an undercut on here. Not really the best texturing. I might get it stippled, or I might even put some grips on it. We will see going forward. Couple forward serrations, not a big deal. They work. Rear serrations, sort of in an odd spot, but I get why, because of the design. Awesome memory pads. They're really deep. They really do. I like them because on smaller barreled firearms, if you're fully extended, your thumb is sitting right there, right? Your thumb is sitting right at the end of that barrel. So if you slip or whatever, I like having a little something to fight the recoil. It may feel weird, but it's also going to protect that thumb. Even comes with a rail, unlike my Glock 26s and 27s. Look at that. It is such a small firearm. Like I said, the texturing isn't that good, but it is a very solid recoiling handgun. The PX4 Storm carry I shot handled like an absolute champion. 3-dot white sights, nothing special, they just work. On top of that, let's take a look at everything functions. We'll do a function check. Locks back. I slammed it on an empty slide. Whoa. Or an empty chamber. Whoa. Big deal. It is what it is. It's a freaking Beretta. Anyways, check out the barrel. It looks sort of interesting. I'm not going to aim it at the camera myself, but look at that. Actually pretty interesting, right? Now let's check out that single action trigger pull. That is clean. That is crisp. Oh, one more time. And honestly, I can get like 2 1/4, 2.5 fingers on it. Honestly, feels pretty decent. Now we'll do that double action with the decocker. So you rack it. This is how I would carry it. My first round would be double action. The rest would be single action, obviously, after the firearm cycles, right? So you would decock it and flip off the safety. Now you have a double action trigger pull that is actually pretty light. It's a little bit lighter than my HK P2000 SKV3. So that's exactly how I would run it. I would definitely decock it, safety off, and good to go. Absolutely love this thing. It is so small. It's very deceiving on camera. I'm going to be doing a comparison video with this and a bunch of other handguns in its category, as well as micro 9s, as well as full sizes. But look at this thing. Tell me, just by the look of it, that this isn't going to be a beast and handle recoil. You know it is. I just wish I would have got it in 40, but they're very hard to find. They are discontinued. You can find them here or there, but the prices are a little crazy and ridiculous. Finding this at a hole-in-the-wall shop used doesn't even look used. I tell people, get used handguns. Look at this. There's no scratches, no holster wear, no marring. This is literally a brand new firearm I picked up. The internals, look at this. Flawless. The mags don't even look like they were used. There's no gunk. There's no buildup. Look at it. No scratches. This literally looks like it was a handgun that sat in someone's safe, and one day they said, you know what, I'm just going to get rid of it. They probably paid $700-800 for it, and probably got rid of it for the price I paid for it. Probably got rid of it for $200 or $250. Took a big hit on that one. And they got rid of a discontinued beast of a handgun that no one talked about. Now the PX4 Storm was actually built for reliability and durability. I believe it was in some military trials or police trials. I forgot exactly which one. But I know that doesn't say much considering the P320 is our current U.S. offering, which is pretty sad that that's what we arm our people with. Very sad. But I believe this was up there competing, and I think the price, obviously we know that's why SIG 1 was the price, $230 for every P320. That's how much. You guys are paying $450, $500, $550, but they're selling it to our government for $230. Unbelievable. How much do you think that SIG cost to make? $130? $150? They're selling them to you guys for $450, $500, $550. You know, it is what it just shows a lot, and it says a lot about SIG as a company. But I guarantee this will outperform any P320. This little subcompact right here. I promise you it will. I bet it'll last longer, more reliable, less issues. You won't have to change out any springs, and it won't go off by itself. Now that's obviously a joke. I know the P320 issue is always up for debate and stuff like that, but it is what it is. I love this thing. This could definitely go in my carry rotation. Now, it is a thick boy, but it's only about as thick as a Glock 26, so not the biggest deal in the world. Where it's at is that trigger, and you know it's going to handle recoil like an absolute beast. And it's just a cool firearm. You rarely see firearms that stray from the path of what everyone else is doing. So I love to see stuff like this from Beretta because it's completely different. The look, some people may say it looks ugly. I think it actually looks pretty sick. But it's going to be a beast, a tank, and it's small. Look at this. It's small. 13 plus 1, 14 rounds of 9mm out of this thing. They knocked it out of the park. Absolutely love it. So we'll be doing a first shots review and a long-term review of this because I know it'll have no problems, and I will be proud to report back that this thing is an absolute gem of a handgun. And if you sold it, maybe try and get another. I don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.